Hello everyone, Tucker here at BioWare Follower, and we finally got more news on Anthem. While Seeker's doing a video on the news and everything that you might have missed, I thought that I'd bring you guys a breakdown of the gameplay video that was shown. So buckle up and let's get this ride started. So the game opens up with a Strider walking around and scaring some little creatures. From what we've been told, Striders are going to be your mobile outpost. Tarsus is the main hub in the game, but the player will be able to take Striders out, which will act as a little outpost that the player can return to. My guess is that this mechanic is going to be Anthem's version of fast travel, that instead of having to fly all the way across the map, the players will be able to take a Strider out to that area, do the missions that they want, return to the Strider, and then return back to Tarsus. As the players take off, we get a nice look at the HUD of the game. It appears to look different from the first time that we saw Anthem back in 2017. Instead of your abilities being in the bottom middle of the screen, it has been moved to the bottom right, alongside with the weapon that the player will be using. And the reticle no longer shows how much ammo you have left. Instead, that is also on the right of the screen. We are also introduced to Owens, who appears to be our AI companion, similar to Edie in the Mass Effect trilogy, or Sam in Andromeda. We can also see that the player will be shown the objective marker through a directional map on the top of the screen, as well as being shown where their allies are with the dots that are moving around. As the player takes off and flying around in the Colossus suit, we can see that there will be a meter that shows how much the player can fly before they have to take a break. And this is a bit of a theory, but it looks like the lore behind this might be that this is how long you have until your suit starts to overheat, as the player resets that meter by flying through a waterfall. As the players enter the Scar base, we get to see some action. Scars start coming up from the ground and the player starts picking them off. We get to see one of the abilities that we haven't been shown yet, and this blows up a tower. This shows us that Anthem is going to have some beautiful looking destruction. With this running on the Frostbite engine, as well as how Battlefield 5 is bringing a lot of destructibility back to its franchise, it is nice to see them bringing that over to Anthem. The objects you destroy, however, will not stay like that, as was told us in a Game Informer interview. Likely, what's going to happen is when you leave the area or finish the mission, the buildings will reset. The players then take off again, and we get to see just how large the play area is. This, as well as what we've been shown previously, really showcases just how massive this area will be. We're also told that there are wyverns flying around in the area, which could lead to some really cool air combat. The players then come across a towering enemy called the Abyssal Lock. The players start attacking it, but the beast starts to fight back. Something to note is that what the player is using isn't a normal ability. It looks something akin to an ultimate, which is likely unique to each class. Underneath the abilities is a yellow bar, and it looks like that is what will be used to gauge the unique ability for each suit. Another quick note is that the player is able to roll in the air to avoid the attack. It's a neat little thing, and I'm pretty happy that that's put in the game. Now, the enemy appears to be a world event. If you have ever played a game like Destiny or World of Warcraft, then you know what these are. But if you haven't, they are random events that are pretty tough. But if you complete them, you get a decent amount of loot. It looks like the player hit him pretty hard, especially because he used his ultimate. But with how little damage the Titan actually took, it looks like these guys are going to be some formidable foes. The players then dive underwater, and I want to take this time to just, again, point out how beautiful everything looks. They enter a cave, and the Colossus pulls out a shield that is used to block the explosions to clear the path. I don't know if this is something specific to that Javelin class, but my guess is yes. The players come across more Scars and start to fight them. The player slams down on a group of them, which is something that it looks like every suit will be able to do. We see a flamethrower ability being used, as well as a nice combo from the Ranger using a cryobomb and the Colossus using one of his missile abilities. And I'm going to pause the video right here. There is a big enemy on the left that is called the Legendary Enforcer, and it looks like this is going to be the tank-based character for the Scar group. We then get to see the Storm suit being used for the first time, and it looks like this suit has the ability to teleport short distances, as it does so to avoid getting damaged. Similar to how the Colossus has its shield as its special ability, it looks like the Storm suit's special ability is to be able to teleport. Now, we don't know what the other two Javelins' special abilities are, but we're pretty sure we'll learn them in due time. The players complete their objective, but something happens. The screen starts to shake, and Owen alerts the players that it might be the monster that laid the eggs in that area. Not much to point out here, but again, just look at how amazing this all looks. The areas that we've been shown look amazing, and I can't wait to explore this entire world. The developers really are pushing that Frostbite engine to make the world just simply beautiful. The players enter a spooky looking cave and encounter the monster that was making the noises. The monster leaps at the screen and the trailer ends. So what are your thoughts on the new gameplay? Are you excited? Did we miss anything in our breakdown? Let us know in the comments down below, and while you are there, give this video a like and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.